Alright guys, so should you sell your cryptos? As we've seen recently now, the market is a bloodbath since we've seen right now Bitcoin down 15% since that spot Bitcoin ETF. What's happening here guys? Should you sell your BONK coin? Should you sell your Pepe coin? Should you sell all your cryptos here? Are we going down? Is this gonna go further down here? So this is what we're gonna discuss here in this video with some interesting charts here. We're gonna be looking into the historical data here and what usually happens with Bitcoin, as it is the leading indicator in the crypto space. And if Bitcoin is going up, everything goes up, and if Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. So we need to look into Bitcoin here guys. So this is gonna be a very interesting video, and if you are here today in the crypto space, you must know what's gonna happen here guys, so you can prepare yourself for what's coming and make hopefully as much as possible from this upcoming bull market. So with no further ado guys, let's get into it. Now as usual guys, if you enjoy this type of videos, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into that favorite Bitcoin of ours. Now here guys, it's a simple chart, a Bitcoin chart, and let me explain here guys what we usually see happening. So the yellow bar here is, or the yellow line is the halving year, and the red line is the election year. Now what we possibly seen here recently guys is a possible top on Bitcoin. This one here, this not 48k or 49k as we've seen here previously. Now after this long bear market in 2019 year was a mostly up only year where everything was pumping and most of the coins or most of the cryptos were just going up. And then as soon as we reached that critical point here, as we can see, we almost made it to the previous all-time high, the 2017 all-time high. And then this whole thing here guys took above a year of just going sideways. This was around 450 days. Are we gonna see the same thing happening here again as we possibly topped now here? Are we gonna see the same thing happening? So what usually predicts those things guys? Now that is what I've shown you here. So what usually predicts those things guys is the halving year and the election year, and we seem to have the same setup as we had last time. So if you remember guys, last time we had this top, and then if we zoom in here guys, we had the halving year coming in May and the elections coming into November. So usually guys, we can see that we have some seasonality when it comes to elections, not only with Bitcoin but most of the risk assets like the stock markets and the crypto space. We see them rallying into the election year, and that is simply due that the Feds wants to make the markets look great before the elections, and they start printing and whatnot. They start injecting money into the system, which sends all these markets rallying up. And this is what we're looking at here in these charts guys. So the red line is basically the time when we started seeing Bitcoin back in the days breaking above that 10k, which was a strong resistance back then, and started that major bull market. What we usually see as well here guys is Bitcoin usually drops right before that halving year, and that's what we are looking at possibly playing out here today, as we're seeing the next halving on Bitcoin is coming on April this year, and we could possibly see now Bitcoin just going sideways overall going into that halving year. So what do we usually see before that election year guys? So we've seen a Bitcoin dropping around 40% from the highs, then pumping again 38%, then dropping again 35%, then we've seen it again rally 58 or 60%, and then we've seen that black swan event that dropped Bitcoin around 60%, but then the real bull market only started right at that election time. So even though the 2019 year was some sort of a downtrend overall in the crypto space, but we still seen huge rallies. We've still seen back in the days here some coins rallying, and the market somehow was still kind of alive even though we were going on a downtrend overall. So this is most likely what we're gonna see here today, where we're possibly gonna see the price just doing this, or Bitcoin just going sideways. We still could see prices slightly going above 48k and then going slightly towards the 30k, and then we're gonna see the real rally or the real bull market. So the first thing here we need to learn from this guys here is it could take around 300 days before we see the real bull market. So this is the main message or the main takeaway here from this video guys, is even though we're gonna see a lot of ups and downs going into this year now, or early this year up until the election time, we're gonna see a lot of volatility, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of shakiness going into the market. And this usually means guys those conditions are the perfect conditions for people to get shaken out of their bags, to start selling, to start freaking out. We're gonna see a lot of people screaming new lows at the lows here. When the Bitcoin starts dropping, people are gonna start calling for bear markets, and then when Bitcoin is gonna be at the highs here, people are gonna be calling again for new highs, for the bull market starting to laugh at people that were saying this Bitcoin ETF is a sell the news. They're gonna say, oh, you missed the dip and we're gonna rally, and then we're gonna see again Bitcoin dropping and people are gonna get emotional again, calling for bear markets and whatnot. So basically guys, you see the picture. This gonna be mostly an accumulation year. So the right strategy here, in my opinion guys, is to be accumulating slowly all these coins that you want to really accumulate for the bull market. This is gonna be mostly a noisy year with a lot of emotions, a lot of people being fearful and greedy and all that. We're gonna see people calling lows at the lows, calling for 10k, and at the highs calling for 100k. So get ready for that to be happening here this year. So as you can see here, for those that's been waiting for the whole time, this whole 2023, for this uptrend, a lot of people were sidelined, did not get a chance to buy any coins, or did not get a chance to get into the markets. This is gonna be right now the perfect time to get into the markets. Now just remember, now this is not the time to be selling and expecting lower. This is the time to be accumulating. Now this is the time to slowly start buying, slowly get into the market, anticipating that huge bull market that we are gonna get, especially with that new narrative right now with the Bitcoin ETF and institutions following with us right now. It's not gonna be like the previous bull markets or any other previous bull market. Right now we're gonna have institutions following as well. So this means this whole range here is gonna be mostly in buy the dip and hold and not sell until we see the real bull starting. Now remember this video is very important. That is why I'm saying that. Remember, once we see Bitcoin dropping, don't fall for the trap, don't fall for people telling you are going to 10k, it's over. Remember that this is gonna be the prime time to be buying, and when you see those highs and people calling for 100k, don't FOMO at these highs and wait for that retracement again when people are gonna call for 10k, until we pass these 300 days in peace, accumulate, and then we wait for the bull market when we mainly are gonna start thinking about selling. And by then I'm obviously gonna be updating you along the way, but mainly guys, the selling will start once Bitcoin is above its previous all-time high. That's when we're gonna start looking into kind of selling or rotating from coins to coins, or looking into any new narrative that could pop off in the crypto space. But for now, that's the main consensus of going into the elections this year. We're gonna be possibly just going towards a boring price sideways, Bitcoin going sideways, and a lot of emotions going on, as well as people are gonna be calling for 10k and people are gonna be calling for 100k as soon as Bitcoin starts going towards that 48k again. And when it comes guys to your favorite coins and to BONK Coin, Pepe coin, and all these coins right now it seems right now that there could be some sort of a short-term altcoin season, and that is due to ETH now could break out from this, finally, from this downtrend that we see here. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Now if ETH breaks out from here, we could see some sort of a short-term altcoin season, and this could be really short-lived, as if Bitcoin here kind of drops and goes toward that 35k, that altcoin season gonna be mostly a exit pump for most of these altcoins. And for the people that are now overexposed on any of these coins, this is gonna be the time to cut some of the losses, wait for the dips. We have a long year coming ahead now where you will have time to buy the dips and all that. But I do think we're gonna see a short-term altcoin season. As soon as ETH breaks out from this downtrend, we could see these altcoins or these meme coins like BONK Coin, Pepe coin, seeing some rallies. But overall, as I've been saying overall here, we're not gonna see much from these coins. We could possibly see some newer meme coins coming into the space as people get bored and people start looking for smaller or cheaper options or cheaper meme coins and all that. But overall guys, with the bull market and all that, we're gonna see these major meme coins like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, BONK, Pepe, Floki. We're gonna see them pumping again. We're gonna see the euphoria and the hype coming again into the space, and this will just be some sort of an accumulation, as I said before, the major bull markets. And for those that never experienced a bull market, so usually guys, this is when all these coins are gonna start flying you're gonna start to see millions of people coming into the space, buying up all these coins, buying all what they can, and this gonna send all these coins to the moon, basically, guys. And that's about it, guys. Here we're gonna wrap it up here, and as usual, nothing is financial advice. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comment section, or you can join my Discord. Link in the description. It's free to join. I do share my day trades there, as well as those coins that I get into before the bull market. And for my guys trading derivatives or looking for exchanges to buy coins where you don't need no KYC, no VPN, you can check out Bank. I'll leave you the link in the description, and you get as well a bonus on your deposits and a discount on your fees by using that link. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.